Hi, hello. It's great to be with you again. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking to you about having more fun in your life, being a bit more playful. So I think I called this video, what have I called it? How to Play with Your Inner Child is the video today. And yeah, you may be wondering, why is Rachel wearing a crown? Well, it's actually a tiara, not a crown. But anyway, this is meant to be a fairy tiara, just to be clear. And actually, I was also supposed to be wearing a pair of fairy wings, but sadly, they have not arrived yet. So they may turn up in another video. So just imagine, too, I've got some really gorgeous angel stroke fairy wings fluttering around here in the background, gold. They kind of have gold glitter on them. So maybe you can just envisage that. But anyway, right, yeah. So I have been getting a recurring thing coming from my inner guidance in recent months, which has been to have more fun, to be more playful. I I have a tendency of being quite serious sometimes, especially when I'm really focused in on a project. And as you know, I'm writing a book and I'm really getting towards gathering speed towards the end of that. And it's like kind of like really serious. I'm kind of like just writing and writing, and I'm loving my writing, but it's kind of quite, it's not a very light-hearted endeavor a lot of the time. So anyway, and so my inner guidance has been really stop taking life so seriously and just be a bit more playful, inject some humor into your life. And that comes, I think, a lot in my life as well, meaning I've often sensed that I need to be a bit more playful, or remember to be more playful, give myself permission to be more playful, which I do think stems from my childhood quite a lot, because I don't know about your childhood, obviously, but mine, I don't know how much you know about me, but I had a rather difficult childhood, challenging childhood, and I had difficult relationships really with both my mum and my dad. My mum left when I was about 9 years old, and I had a challenging relationship with my dad. Anyway, they had a lot of their stuff going on when I was growing up. And I really remember being focused on surviving and getting through. And I kind of closed down a lot of my sensitivity, a lot of my playfulness, a lot of my creativity, because I was kind of just getting through. I was just kind of coping with life, and keeping a wary eye out on, what's going on, what was happening in my home environment, rather than being able to completely throw myself into play and having loads of fun. So I don't really remember having a very playful, carefree childhood. It was a different kind of childhood. And so I think that's where it comes from. It's why I have this kind of, it's almost like I need to bring in more playfulness into my life, because I didn't actually really experience very much of that growing up. When I had my kids, I was bringing up my kids, I loved playing with them, playing games with them, and bought my daughter all of the fancy dress stuff, all the Disney princess dresses and the tiaras and the magic wands. And it actually really thrilled me to see her. She loved to dress up, and it really thrilled me to see her in those costumes. I think it was kind of helped my inner child to some degree as well in watching her. I kind of, I got a hit of it secondhand, as it were. Anyway, so I have got a few little questions for you today. One of which is, on a scale of 0 to 10, how playful are you? How playful is your spirit? Not how much are you doing it, but how playful is your nature on a scale of 0 to 10? See what number comes up for you. Don't question it. Just take it. Okay. Clear the screen. Next question. On a scale of 0 to 10, how much are you expressing your playful side? How playful are you actually being in your life? What number comes up with that? Again, don't question it. Don't analyze it. Just see what comes up. It's really interesting when we do that, isn't it? Yeah, because sometimes we can get those sort of feelings of almost like a sort of dampening down of like, oh, I'm really not doing very much that is playful. I'm kind of being quite determined, tenacious, and focused and serious. And so I don't know, or maybe you are one of those people. I have this amazing friend who's so playful. She has this exquisite playfulness about her. that I love. Yeah. So anyway, how did that come out for you? And so as you think about, well, if you're not expressing yourself, like 10 out of 10, anything less than 10 out of 10, shall we say, then what does your younger self, this playful younger self, want to do that's playful in your life now? How would they like to express themselves? And as you think about that, I know there were some things that I loved to do when I was young. I was crazy about roundabouts. I don't know what you call them here. Merry-go-round like things, but the ones where you would like run around the outside and then jump on and hold on, you go spinning around like a lunatic. And I used to love that, the thrill of getting spun around with that and going super high on the swings, like really, really, really high on the swings. I used to love that, the whizzing through the air, like shooting up and back. And it's like, oh, it just felt so powerful. I adored that, swinging my legs to go as high as I could. But now both of those things make me feel like I'm going to throw up. I can't do either of them. I had to go on a roundabout when my kids were little and I was like, get me off it. I'm going to chuck. This is horrible. Anyway, my point in sharing that is that some of the things that our younger selves actually genuinely did like to do has probably evolved and morphed into something else. So in that respect, you can say, well, where's the thread of that thrill? You know, that thrill of spinning around like crazy. You know, what brings me that thrill that is, you know, feels great to bring in now for you. So doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Could be a bit bizarre, like the answers that you get, but sit with it and be on this video. You know, when you're out walking, or you're in the bath, you're lying in bed, you're cooking a meal, just sort of think like, how does my younger self want to be playful? What does it want to do? What kind of things does it really love? And then the next question, once you've got some of those, you know, make a list of just a few of them or something and put them on your, I know we all have phones, pens and paper, I don't know where. I quite like to write on pen and paper still, but phones are handy things. Just put a few in so you remember what they are. And then the next question is, what small step can you take to actually be more playful and let your younger self have fun? So from that list, what small, teeny tiny step can you take towards that, doing that? You know, is there something daily that you can begin to do, tuning in to that younger you and sort of finding out what does it want to do? What small step can you actually take and take some action? The last thing is do it. It's not a question. Do it. I'm cheering you on. Do it. Anyway, I'm going to tell you about my crown. Tiara, should I say now, that I am taking a coaching certification program. And one of the tools that we've been learning about is called the metaphor tool. Super powerful. I'm having a bundle of laughs with people using that with me and me using it with other people. It's so powerful, brilliant way for your unconscious mind to do the problem solving for something, some stuckness in your life or something that's causing you a bit of trouble. So anyway, I was being client in our coaching class last week. And it was something work related. I don't remember what it was now, but it was some stuckness in all of that. And what happened when they ask you this question, you know, and about what does this situation kind of remind you of in terms of an animal or place or thing? And what jumped to my mind was a hedgehog. And it wasn't an ordinary hedgehog. It was a hedgehog wearing a pink princess dress, I kid you not, with a tiara, with a magic wand, with big fairy wings on its back. And it was partying. Whoa. It's like dancing and partying and having so much fun in this English country garden. And there was loads of lovely food, like yummy food, like cute little sandwiches in triangles, like egg and cress. That was it. Egg and cress sandwiches, which as a child, I adored egg and cress sandwiches. Egg and cress sandwiches. There were sausage rolls. There were those little cupcakes with glacé icing and cherries on top. And there was Pimm's and lemonade. Not childlike, I know, but still an English yummy thing for the summer. And then it morphed into, there were cows in the field. And the cows had daisy chains. You remember I used to make those when I was a child, little daisy chains. The cows had these daisy chains around their neck. And there were kind of rabbits and stuff who were hopping around and joining in. There was this big party. Anyway, so there's this huge scene of English countryside, green grass, flowers, sun shining, fabulous experience, right? It was fun. It was lighthearted. And the message that came, like the meaning that came out of it, the purpose of Hedgehog appearing in this manner was to say, have more fun, let loose, have more fun, just stop taking everything so seriously, and inject humor and inject just brevity. You just inject some joy and beauty and just, yeah, be a bit daft, really. So, yeah. So anyway, one of my action steps, as I was saying to you, what's one of your action steps that you can take? And I said on the call, I know what mine is. I'm going to buy myself a tiara and some wings. I say wings are still in the mail. I've got a crooked tiara now. I'm not sure where that's gone. But anyway, and I'm going to wear them when I'm writing so that I can sit there and just having a bit of a giggle with my tiara on and my wings flapping as I'm typing away, to just sort of let myself bring through this playful energy that just wants to show up in my life, So that's where the tiara came from. So I wanted to share that with you. And so for me, I think too, yes, there's the tiara when I'm writing and stuff, but also it's what else came through on that? It was, dancing more. Good grief. I love to dance. You've probably heard me say that a lot. I love ramping on the music and just dancing away to tunes that make me smile inside and out. I was really into like clubbing and discos when I was growing up, and step aerobics, huge step aerobics fan. I love that stuff. So that just is playful for me. So what's playful for you? Is it dancing? Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Just go do it. Go do it. I urge you to go and do more of it. It's very healing for our inner child when we ask, how does it want to be more playful? Because most of the time they do. Because as adults, we tend to not play so much. Find out what it wants to do and then say, here we go. Give it listen to it and take action and be more playful. And it will help to build and develop that beautiful relationship with your inner child. Yeah, so that's a good thing. Now, what else did I have here for you? Yeah, so also you could ask yourself on a daily basis, what does my inner child want to do for fun today? So I'm kind of asking my hedgehog, every day. I've been having a bit of a giggle because I still see this image of this hedgehog. And so I'm sort of saying, hey, what do you want to do today, hedgehog? Or if I have an idea, I'm like, how about this, hedgehog? How does this feel? Is this fun or is this not fun? And it gives me a yes or a no, whether it's dancing or not. So that's what I'm doing. Check in with yourself every day, even if it's a teeny tiny thing. Because I know we all have this sense of, I've got no time. How can I be playful? I've got this going on, that going on. Honestly, I'm talking fast today. Honestly, even if there are difficult things taking place in your life, it's still a great idea to ask yourself, how can I be playful today? And it might mean you go and take a bath with some nice essential oils or Epsom salts in it, rather than the usual quick shower and getting on to the next thing. Maybe being playful is just, how can you just take some time for yourself that really nurtures you? So sort of take it in that thread too, I think. That's kind of what's coming through. Yes, last things then is that if you enjoy these videos, go along to my website, which is www.rachellynette.com. And the link is below in the blurb. So yeah, if you're enjoying these videos, please pop along to the website, sign up so that you can hear about my news and events and stuff that I'm doing. I'm starting to do some in-person stuff in Connecticut. I've got a couple of those coming up. Super, super excited about in May. I'm going to be doing a couple of things that I'm really looking forward to. And then as well, I've got online monthly group, which is called Self-Love Sanctuary. And it's always tends to be the first Thursday of every month. The next one is on the 4th of April, and it is at 7 p.m. EST. So if you're interested in that, again, on my website, go there and you can sign up. It's just an invitation to join in if you want to come and experience some some shifts, some transformations, and be part of a really beautiful, soulful community that is in its infancy and growing. So, yeah. That's really all I've got for you, other than subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends. Leave me a comment because I always love to hear from you. You can always, as well, send me an email through my website if you have a particular message or a question for me or something like that. And I'm really looking forward to the next time that we meet. Until then, bye.